Welcome to the second tutorial for Evcon, our Joomla XSC template. In this tutorial, we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you how the backend works and all the administration. So let's jump right in. So you see we're here on the home page, so let's go to our administrator. And now we're going to be dumped here on the control panel. So let's start with the menu. You should probably be familiar with the menu settings in Joomla. If you're brand new to Joomla, let me just go over a few things here. So here we have the home link, then we have the features link, and the J stuff. So as you see, these are the parents, and they go here, and everything that's underneath the parent is the drop down. So here on the home, we have the set for the featured articles, and that's pretty standard with Joomla. But if you'll notice, on our home page, all we have is this module position, and this is an inset. So you might be wondering about where are my Joomla articles? Well, let's step over here real quick to the template manager. In our template framework, we actually have the ability to turn off the modules as far as the component on the home page. All the modules are shown, but no component on the home page, and that allows you to create a kind of custom layout so where you don't have to worry about the Joomla default. So let me go ahead and turn on all components here. You can select from the anything you want, but we'll just turn on all components, and I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And we can go ahead and we reload the page here on home, and you'll see that now we have the components showing on the home page. So we have the articles, featured articles showing. So that's how you turn that on, and let's go back here and turn that off. And now we can head back over to the menu settings. So I'm going to go back to the main menu. And here are the J stuff. As you see here, J stuff. This is the single column Joomla. So this is just Joomla content, and it's a category blog. Article layout links to a single article. Category layout, that's just a dead link. If you see here in the drop down, we have category layout, but we have submenus for that. So we basically just want to have category layout not go anywhere. And we want these to be the highlighted ones so they can pick 2-column, left feature, whatnot, extensions and styles. So that should all be pretty self-explanatory. You can look up some tutorials that we have on our website if you need some more help with how the menus work. So let's go over here to our content, and let's go over here to the category manager. And we can go ahead and look at the Joomla content category. And here we have the title. Here we have our description, basic options. Here we have our image. So let's see how that. We can go ahead and go over here to the category layout. And that would be the J stuff. And over here on the left, we have the category image. As you see here, category image. And then here we have the title. And here we have the description. So as you see, it's all set up here. Title, description, and image. So now we can close out of this. And we can go over here to the article manager. And now here we are at the article manager. So let's go over here, and we're in the uncategorized. Let's go ahead and go to Joomla content. And as you see, these are actually the articles here, the Joomla content articles. So let's see how we've got that all set up. Okay, so this first text here is your intro text. That's what you're seeing here. Actually, inside of the content overrides, this is wrapped in a P class. So you'll notice that you don't even have to put a P in here for the paragraph text because it's already in there. The system read more, that's what gives you the read more. So this would be the intro text, and this is your full text. So we're going to go over to this article, which is the AEN. Read more. And you'll see here, this is the article text right within here. And then you have your images and links. So we have the intro image and we have the full article image. So this is the full article image. The intro image is used in the category, and we also use it here for the responsive version once we go down to a mobile area. And so then down here we have our links, and these are the links inside of the Joomla content. See over here we've got the link A, B, and C. So these are your links here. And here you have your article options, you know, show title, show the intro text, show the created date and all that. And as you'll see up here we have the written by, the created date, and the category. So now let's go ahead and let's talk about what's over here on the right. Over here on the right, like I said before, this is actually just modules inside of an article position called article module. So let's go over here and let's close out of the Joomla article, and let's go over to our extension manager and do our module manager. And as you see, we've got article position here. Let's go over here, and you'll see we have a custom HTML module here for the packages. You can go right into that, and you can change the markup here. As you see, it's pretty simple. We've just got some div classes. We're calling an image here, and then you've got your admission. Here's the P class. Here's your pricing and everything, so you can change that at will. And then we have our photo gallery. Our photo gallery, all we're doing is calling a gallery. And this is our image gallery plugin. So you just say gallery and you put the folder name that you have inside of your images folder, and it's just going to call the images from there. And then we actually can put in the pixel size here for the gallery that we want. And then over here we have the search module. We've turned that off, but it's styled so you can turn it on. Here's a Priceline ad. Yet again, that's just some custom HTML, calling it from images, Priceline, JPEG. And then we have some more articles here. This is a K2 content wall showing K2 articles. We've turned that off. You can turn that on if you'd like it. And so that basically explains everything that we've got going on here in the article page. So let's go ahead and check out the K2. Okay, so here we are on the K2 category page, and as we said before, this is your category image and these are your content images. So let's go back here to K2 and let's go to the categories, and here's the event conference category, and as you see we have the title here. We've set it for the template, Evcon. And our image is here. You can upload your image there, and our description is here. And so this basically gives you this, this, and this is just your K2 items. So let's go ahead and cancel out of here, and let's go check out the K2 items. So here's the first one. Here's your title. Here's where you put your tags, and this is your content. And same as with Joomla content, here's the intro text, here's the read more, and here's the rest of the text. And so this is going to be just the content. So let's go ahead and check out our K2 item and see that we have our video here. Here's the title, and here's the text. The text goes down to here, and the rest of this is the other areas inside of K2. So this is going to be the content. This content here is your main content that's here. So now let's go ahead and jump over here and let's see the image. Here's the image. And as we said, we use the image here, and then in the responsive, when we pull it in, we use the image as well. And we actually go ahead and we crop that with an overflow none. So it can actually use the same image, because K2 does give you an article image, but it doesn't allow you to have an intro and another image for the full text. So we basically just went ahead and cropped it with CSS and with a div class. So let's go back to the administrator here and let's look and see what else we have. We have the image gallery here, and you can go ahead and upload your own image gallery. The image gallery will be shown down here. This is the gallery. And then we can go ahead and check this out. We have our media, And this is the basic code here. We're going to go over this in the next video about how the HTML5 videos work. But what we're doing is we're using the media and we're selecting the embed code. And all we do is put HTML5 video calls in here. So it's the source, screen it, and it's the images, video, and we have an MP4 and an OGG, which is an OGV. MP4 works great for everything except for some things on the Mac, such as Firefox on the Mac. That's going to require the OGV. So it's best if you have both formats for your video. But this is where you just go ahead and put your own videos in. Here we path it. We've got a folder in our videos, in our images folder for video, and we put the two formats in there, and that's how we call the video. The rest of how the video works with the hover effect, starting on hover, that's actually in the content overrides. So we're going to get into that in the next video about really how you're going to go ahead and get your videos, where to find videos, how to encode them properly, and whatnot. So now let's look at the extra fields. Here in the extra fields, we have the flyer, which is just an image. You can select the image from here. Then we've got a date, we have the location, the price, and then we have the tickets, view packages with a URL. So let's see what that looks like over here. So here we have our image, we have our date, our location, we have the price, and view packages, which is a URL. So you can link this to anywhere you want. You can link, right now we're linking it to our Ticketmaster component that is a third-party component that you can download from the guys that make it and install it, and you'll have a full ticketing system in there. So let's look and see what else we've got here. We've got the event details. This is a downloadable PDF, and that's actually set up here in attachments. You go ahead and you add your attachment right here for your attachments. And let's go ahead and see what else we've got here. Here's the item view options. So you've got all your options here for the created time, rating, your image, your extra fields to show attachments, hits, and all that. Go down here, you've got your social sharing. And as you see, we've gone ahead and put that up here for you. Author options, that's going to turn on or off your author options here. The image, the name, the description. And then you go over here and you've got your related items. This is related, and this is the latest from the user. And then you've got your K2 comments here, and you administrate your K2 comments from the comment section of K2. So let's go ahead and cancel out of here and see that you've got your comments here. You can edit the comment settings here, tags, and those extra fields. First, you need to create an extra field group. So you create your extra field group here, maybe make a new one or edit this. Then you have to go to your category. Go over here to the category and make sure that you've got the extra field group assigned here. And then you can make your own custom extra fields for that group by extra fields here. As you see, we've got the flyer, date, location, price, and all that. If you need to do any more to K2, they have the parameters right here. Here's where you can set up your images, your image sizes. As you see, we've got these set up in here. Your layout and views, your content, your social, your front-end editing, all the permissions and everything. That's all done right here from the parameters. And so let's go over now and check out the template manager. So here's some basic stuff about the template manager. Layout, default, or mobile. Since the template is responsive, you're really not going to need to use a mobile layout. The only reason you'd want to use a mobile layout is if you have to have a special layout for a mobile device. Since it's responsive, it's going to look great on any device, a tablet or a phone, so you really don't need that unless you really have to have a custom layout. You can go ahead and set that for default and turn on mobile detection, and it'll automatically load this mobile template for you. But we leave it off because the template's already responsive. So then we have our layout settings here, and this is your layout settings. Your grid style is going to be default. Your template style, that's based upon, here we have our styles. We show you in the demo, there's 6 different styles. So you can go ahead and select which CSS file it's going to load, 1 through 6. And the CSS3 effects and the typography style, that's fine. Those can be set for default. Got the same basic settings here for the mobile template as well. In the grid settings, we've got the basic stuff here with the overall wrapper for the body, how wide the template should be. You want to turn the responsive features on or off, you can do that. In the header, we've got the header sticky, so it's going to stay at the top or not. And you have the padding, the height, and all that here. Then you've got your menu stuff. The region order, this is basically set up on region, so you can look here at the layout, and you can see that all the modules are put into regions. So you can turn regions off or on or reorder them. In this actual template that we're using here, there's not really much of a use for the alternative region layout since the home page is pretty basic. So you can pretty much leave this as it is. This is a separator between regions, and then we have the region options here. Region 1, do you want it to be a fixed width or fluid width? For this template we're using fluid. And here's your padding, top and bottom, left and right. And this is the mobile region hide width. So if you want to hide this whole region at a mobile level, you would just say, okay, my mobile level is going to be 620 pixels, okay? Or actually it's just 620, you don't even need pixels. You just say hide it at 620. It's as easy as that. So that goes for all the regions. And here's your left, right widths, and this is based on the Bootstrap 12-column grid. So the whole template's going to be 12 columns. So the left width, you want it to be 3 columns, and that means that the rest of the template is going to be 9 columns out of a 12-column grid. Here's your basic module settings and the mobile show suffix and the mobile hide suffix. What if you're going to put it in there inside of your module suffix? Like let's say you have a module in right and you want it to turn off at the mobile width, you would just go ahead and put in the mobile hide suffix on it, and then you set this to where you want it at. So let's go ahead and look at the basic style settings. We can go to style 1. As you see, we've got the disable vertical scrolling the home page. If you want to have that set, you can have that set. Here's your background color for your home page, and then if you want to have a different background color for your body sub pages, you can do that. Body mobile colors and setup, and then you have your color scheme. And these are the base colors, and as you've seen in the different layouts and different styles, that's really what's controlling the colors here. So you have, say, these colors down here, and you'll see that if we go over to here, they correlate with that. And then you've got your header information here, your menu styling here, your drop-down menu styling. Then you've got your region 1 here, your region 2, your region 3, region 4, region 5, region 6, 7, 8, 9, footer wrap, your module stylings, your typography stylings. And then we have our CSS3 effects here. And this is a CSS3 hover effect. Most of our buttons and say like the menu links here, as you see, they don't just change. They actually like fade in, and that's done with CSS3. And the CSS hover effect can be turned on there. And this is the transition property for it. It's all, here's the speed. So if you want to speed it up or slow it down. Then we have a page load in effect that will fade the page in. We have the responsive animation that will move stuff around. When you're doing responsive, stuff will float in and down and around. And then we have the component animation, and that will fly the component down, up, left, right, or fade it in. On this template, unfortunately, if you want to have the fixed header here for, say, the K2 item, as you see over here, this image and the video is fixed, so is this. If you actually turn these on, the component animation, those will not remain fixed. Those are going to have to scroll at that point. So it's best just to leave that off for this one, unless you don't want to have the image to stay in place while you scroll. And here's your basic typography settings. This gives you your text direction and all of your font sizes for your H1s, your component heading, all of your font families for everything. And then we have the advanced settings, and we've got in here, you can have your CSS mode, single file, separate files, head embedding, compression on or off, include jQuery on or off. There's some stuff in here including jQuery, so we turn it on. We basically give you this option in case you need to debug. If you install something that has some jQuery in it and things stop working, you might want to go ahead and turn that off and see if that's a conflict, because jQuery really only needs to load once. And if it loads a couple times and there's some different versions, you might run into some JavaScript errors. And that's where you're really just going to have to use Firebug or something to try to figure out where the problem is. So we'll just leave that on. And that's the basic overview of the template. And in the next video, we're going to go ahead and discuss the HTML5 video and all of the images that we use.